Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make an Indian style chicken sambal. I've got a very small chicken here, about 1.5 kg. I've cut them into 14 pieces and salted them and put not much salt, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoonful turmeric and chili powder as well, 1 tablespoon chili powder, and I put about 1 soup spoon of corn flour and I've marinated it. You can also use rice flour. Okay, and this I'm not going to deep fry. I'm going to pan fry and just to get a crisp coating. I'm not going to even half cook it because all we want is a coating that is crispy so that the sambal will stick onto the chicken. Okay, hari ni aunty nak masak sambal ayam gaya orang India ya, dan aunty sini ambil 1.5 kg ayam potong 14 ya. Dalam ni ada 1 sudu kecil garam, 1 sudu kecil kunyit dan 1 sudu makan serbuk cili dan juga 1 sudu sup tepung corn flour. Boleh juga pakai tepung beras ya. Sebab apa? Kita bila goreng jangan separuh goreng pun. Kita goreng sikit-sikit je. Asalkan kita dapat macam keras ya. Dekat luar tu yang macam keras sikit cukup. Sebab kita nak sambal ni lekat pada ayam ya. So tujuan pakai corn flour ataupun tepung beras hanya untuk itulah. Ini ayam kecil ya. 1.5 ke 1.6 kg saja. Dan benda-benda lain yang diperlukan adalah garam, minyak. Sini ada 1 tomato masak ya, saya rebus kejap tadi, keluarkan, lepas tu kulit dia semua kita buang. Yang ni kita cincang saja. Di sini ada 1 bawang Holland, saya potong tebal-tebal, kita masukkan last lah. Di sini ada 2,5 chili blend pekat, 2,5 sup, dan di sini ada tomato puree, kita pakai 1 sudu sup dulu ya. Dan yang lain yang diperlukan ialah daun kari, serai yang dititik, sedikit halia. Walaupun ni masakan India, tapi serai tu memang sedap untuk masakan macam ni juga ya. Dan di sini ada bawang putih 7. Okey, dan ini kita akan blend dengan halia dan kita akan blend bersama dia lah, boleh juga ataupun nak blend asing pun boleh. Aunty nak blend asing. 4 bawang merah kecil dan 1,5 bawang merah besar yang kecil jugalah agaknya saiz dia. Dan di sini okey, rempah-rempah ni walaupun dia sambal dalam masakan India memang sedap lah. So ada 2 cara nak pakai ni. Kita goreng semua rempah kasar ni dan terus tumis kan. Ataupun kalau ada orang yang tak suka keluarkan, especially masa Deepavali ni, orang mesti fed up kan keluarkan dari kuah dalca, kuah ini, kuah itu, semua rempah kasar. Apa kita boleh buat ialah gunakan minyak dan goreng ni dalam haba sederhana saja. Jangan pakai macam api kuat ya. Lepas seketika kita buang semua. Minyak tu dah ada rasa rempah tu, cukup lah untuk sambal kan. What we will need is, after I've told you about the marination of the chicken, is salt, a bit of oil, and we are going to chop this 1 ripe tomato that I've scalded with hot water. I've thrown away the skin. There's 1 Holland onion or Bombay onion. This is just for the ending part of it, just to make it a bit soft, you know, cook it down. It gives a sweetness, natural sweetness to the sambal. And there's 2.5 soup spoon of thickly blended chili yeah. Here I have tomato puree. I'm only going to use 1 soup spoon. The other things I have here is curry leaves, not that much of ginger, just about this much. I would say 1.5 inch ginger blended with about 7 garlic. And these onions, I'm going to blend them separately. 4 small shallots and 1.5 large onion, but a very small size large onion. Okay, 1 I have curry leaves and 1 bruised serai. Though it's an Indian dish, serai goes very well with Indian sambals. And the other thing I have here is some spices such as 1 cinnamon stick, about 4 cloves and 5 cardamoms. This you can do 2 things. You can just leave it in the oil as you're cooking it, or you can put it in the oil first and medium to low heat and fry it for some time so that the oil has got the infusion of all these spices. Then you can remove it and throw it away and continue cooking. It's really up to you. But if cooking for Deepavali, can you imagine if every dish had spices, how much of spices you have to take out? I could actually roast this and blend it, but it would be too strong for a sambal. The taste of the spice might be too strong. Do not use any sugar or anything for this sambal. And just pan fry the chicken and we reuse the same oil for the sambal. Okay, I'll get started now. I'll chop up the tomato and blend the ingredients. Okay, I've heated up about 3 ladles of oil, small ladles. We're going to reuse this oil for the sambal. Do not deep fry and do not over fry because we need it to cook later in the sambal. as long as you get a crust. Saya pakai 3 sendok kecil minyak, dan minyak ni kita akan gunakan terus lepas ni untuk masak ya, sambal. Dan ini kita goreng sampai kita dapat macam keras ya, macam permukaan yang keras sikit lah. Tak perlu sampai habis tengah masak ataupun separuh masak ya, tak perlu. Asal kita dapat macam kerak-kerak dekat luar tu sudah. Nanti akan habis masak semua. Masak sampai ada kerak saja. Lepas tu kita akan sambung. Okay, I forgot to tell you, the chicken pieces you can either remove the skin or have the skin on. I have left the skin on. Okay, it's really up to you. And now I'm putting in all the spices. Saya lupa cakap tadi, terpulanglah ya, kamu nak pakai kulit ke tak nak pakai kulit. Nanti pakai kulit tadi ya. And now I'm frying this on low heat, very low heat, and then I will remove it. Just keep stirring it, do not burn it. It's important that you do not burn it. Then what goes in after this would be the blended onion garlic, followed by the blended onions. Okay, I've already removed all the spices. What goes in now will be the ginger and garlic first. Followed by the onion, blended onion, and the bruised serai. Put in the curry leaves and the tomatoes together, the chopped tomato. Masukkan bawang putih dan halia yang di blend. Lepas tu kita masukkan bawang merah yang di blend, dan kemudian serai yang dititik dan daun kari ya. Biar ni masak dulu sebelum yang lain-lain masuk. Cook this down well before adding the chili paste. Ni sedap dimakan dengan nasi, apa-apa nasi ya. Nasi minyak ke, nasi tomato. This can be eaten with ghee rice, basmati rice. Okay, put some biryani powder and cook it down, and you can have this or plain white rice, tomato rice, ghee rice. Kalau tengok perbezaan ketara adalah masakan sambal gaya orang India banyak pakai tomato tak pakai asam apa-apa, cuma dari tomato. Ada yang pakai, macam saya suka pakai tomato puree. Kalau tak nak pakai tomato puree ataupun tak ada di rumah, kita pakai 2 tomato. Rebus dan buang kulit, cincang. Sebab kulit tu kalau ada tak sedap. Lagi satu, sambal gaya orang India ada banyak kuah ya, kan kering sangat. Ada orang tak pakai rempah kasar langsung, tak pakai. Itu pun boleh. Tapi yang lain-lain ikut. There are some people who don't even use all these rough spices in their sambal. But the other methods here, they do follow. Masuk macam 1 teaspoon garam ya dalam ni. Tadi garam ayam pun ya, kita perap 1 teaspoon kan, 1 sudu kecil. Ini pun 1 sudu kecil. I've added in 1 teaspoon of salt here, and also when I marinated the chicken, I also added in 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm not adding in chili powder at this stage because when I marinated the chicken for frying, I also put in 1 tablespoon of chili powder there. So you see how it is. You check your own preference and see whether you want to add more chili or not. Okay, 1 heaping tablespoon of tomato puree because it's a small chicken. If it's a 2 kg chicken, maybe you can use 1.5 of this tomato puree. But for now, just equal. Cook it down well before adding in the chicken. Wait till the oil separates. Add in a bit of water. I would say 1 teacup because the water from the chicken would come out. Okay, I'm about to add the chicken. Tambah 1 tawan teh air. Jangan banyak. Add in 1 teacup of water. Let it boil and then lower the heat to medium and close and cook. Medium to low to be tastier that way. Cook for about 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. Because I didn't fry the chicken even halfway, just to form a crust. So this chicken needs cooking. Sekarang api dah besar kan, saya akan turunkan kepada medium hingga kecil ya, sebab ayam ni kena masak betul-betul. Tadi aunty goreng hanya untuk dapat kerak luar saja, bukan pun setengah masak ya. So kacau sekali-sekala. Dan lepas tu rasa macam mana. Kalau nak tambah chili powder ke apa-apa, masa ni lah, lepas dia masak baru kita test. Now it's already 10 minutes. I added another teaspoon of salt and 1 more soup spoon of tomato puree. Okay, and now I'm going to add in the Bombay onions. Tadi aunty masukkan lagi 1 sudu sup garam ya. So semua sekali sudah rasa-rasa 3 kan. Sekarang saya akan masukkan bawang bombay, masak dia sikit ya. Kamu test sendiri macam mana, suka ke tak suka rasa dia. Kalau maulah masam sikit lagi, boleh tambah 1 saja, 1 dash macam ni cuka. Kalau mau, sebab kita pun dah ada benda-benda lain kan, hari Deepawali ke apa yang bercuka kan. So fikirlah nak ke tak nak. Dan juga aunty masukkan 1 lagi sudu sup tomato puree ya. Lepas ni ini dah kira masak, tapi saya nak bawang tu layu sikit, tak mau kena sakit perut ke apa. Okay, semua okey. Mungkin boleh tambah sikit lagi garam. Saya tambah lagi 1 macam sudu kecil rata saja. I'm adding in another flat teaspoon of salt. Then as all the Bombay onions have gone in, I want it to cook a bit so that it becomes sweet. I have not added sugar or anything, but you test and see. If you want, you add, but do not add a lot. Indian style chicken sambal is normally never sweet. The sweetness always comes from the tomato. Kalau nak gula, tambah sikit saja ya, sebab sambal orang India memang pedas dan tak manis. Tapi kalau masak untuk family dan nak sikit, boleh, apa salahnya. Ini lepas masak, kita biarkan dia duduk macam kebanyakan masakan India. Kita simpan dia dalam periuk dalam setengah jam ke. Lepas tu baru hidang ya. Like most Indian meat dishes and certain prawn dishes and crabs and all that. Once the thing is done, close and keep it for at least half an hour before you dish it out. It's always nicer that way. Always. It tastes so much different after half an hour. You see if the gravy is enough for your family. When you put it in a bowl, sometimes the gravy is not enough. So check properly whether it's enough for you. And those of you who are testing this out, please let me know how it turned out. I'm always curious. Do not overcook the onions. It's nice to see it a little firm. Ada yang buat sambal ni, beritahulah nanti macam mana, okey ke tak okey ke. Dan jangan masak bawang ni terlalu banyak, nanti dia layu sangat pun tak cantik bila dihidang. Biar dia masak tapi tak perlu banyak sangat. Masak sampai layu-layu, nanti hidang dan tunjuk ya. Mungkin sedikit cukup, 1 dash saja. Okay, just put 1 dash of vinegar for this. Nanti akan tutup api, dia duduk seketika, setengah jam gitu. Lepas tu saya akan tunjuk. I'm going to serve it. Remember, all the ingredients will be given in the description box. I hope you try this. Yang tak pernah subscribe, harap subscribe ya. Jadi aunty boleh buat lagi video-video. Okay, I'll see you again in my next video. Bye-bye.